Alright guys, welcome back to the second update on Typhoon Koinu, which actually went for a second period of intensification while approaching Taiwan, which was pretty unexpected, actually. But it did complete a new eye wall, and as you can see, an eye starting to poke out now. However, dry air is probably getting the best of the storm now as it approaches landfall, probably in Taiwan, probably within the next few hours. It will be making a landfall on the very southern tip of Taiwan. You can see pretty decent convection down the southern and western sides of the system, not wrapping around entirely though, and I think that is because of dry air. But you can see the system is also now being quite a bit sheared actually. If you look to the east, you can kind of see some of those flaky like clouds. That's a really good indication of wind shear on the storm system, not impacting all the way to the center yet though, it doesn't look like. Actually it might be, but as you can see, it's approaching and it'll probably make landfall soon. Probably is a pretty strong system as well, maybe even still a category 4. And currently from our latest Dvorak analysis, it still has winds of 130 miles per hour, which is 115 knots, a pressure of 940 millibars. It is moving west at 6 miles per hour, which of course makes this a category 4 on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. You can see it there, pretty menacing picture on the satellite imagery, as it is going to probably plow into Taiwan within the next few hours or so. The current intensity estimates, our latest Dvorak fixed with 130 miles per hour, the JTWC quite a while ago, about 4 hours ago now, nearing 4 hours ago, went with 130 miles per hour. ADT and AIDT go for 140 miles per hour, D-print at 145, and our old estimation technique, which stands for averaging of all estimates, so you average all of the available estimates and you get a mean wind speed, that is still currently going with 140 miles per hour. Take a look at the JTWC forecast code here. You can see it there, expecting a landfall in Taiwan, maybe even still near category 4 intensity. As you can see, probably 110 knots there, and then as it moves south, it is expected to die off without making landfall in China. So it probably will just encounter some pretty inclement conditions, probably wind shear, that will probably kill the storm system, but we could see some storms forming behind the system, so the Western Pacific isn't quite dead yet. Gusts is still up to 140 knots or 160 miles per hour. And a few hours ago, I forgot the island the storm is actually currently traversing over, but there were winds sustained of 69 miles an hour about 4 hours ago. But since that point, that wind reporting station has just gone offline. It has completely cut off. So probably some pretty hefty winds there from the storm that the storm is currently bringing. But Taiwan's definitely going to be getting hit with quite a powerful storm system. You can see that wind field there is huge actually. Take a look at the HAVS A wind swath here. You can see 140 knots. This is likely at this stage a worst case scenario. This model is predicting right here. You can see 114 knots near Taiwan. Over land there, about 64 knots on the southern tip of Taiwan. And as it continues, you've still got major hurricane force winds, even a bit of intensification to category 4 there near China, which probably won't happen. And then likely a landfall is a weakening storm, probably as a higher ranged tropical storm. So this is definitely a worst case scenario, but definitely the main threat from this system currently is going to be rainfall. Here's the rainfall swath here. From the storm, and you can see pretty clearly at least 24 inches, at least 16 inches falling in the mountains of Taiwan, and even in China. That's a pretty interesting forecast for 24 inches of rain along the coast. I don't think that's going to happen though, because the storm is forecasted to be quite a bit more powerful than it probably will be at that point. And take a look at some shortwave IR imagery here. Definitely shows the storm a lot better than the actual coloured IR imagery. You can see that island there that the storm's currently traversing over, and that was reporting those winds I was speaking about earlier. But you can see southern Taiwan is definitely going to be getting probably hit by this storm system. If you actually look at satellite imagery loops though, the storm has actually taken a jog a bit further south. And I was initially actually debating if this storm is actually ever going to make landfall, but it definitely will at this stage. You can see it is really approaching with venom. Here's the true color zoomed out imagery as well, depicting the storm looking pretty good on that front. Anyway, thank you for watching this update on Typhoon Koinu. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next update. Peace out.